a little while ago. So I don't know if you want to turn up your volume or something.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, that's good.
Okay. One second, folks. I don't know what the problem is, but we will figure this out. All righty.
Good evening, good afternoon, good morning. Whatever time zone you happen to be in, welcome to Leaders Worldwide Online Toastmasters Club. Our club mission, we provide a supportive and positive learning experience in which members are empowered to develop communication and leadership skills, resulting in greater self-confidence and personal growth. Leaders Worldwide is designed for politicians, business leaders, nonprofit leaders, entrepreneurs, as well as anyone who wants to make their message heartfelt and authentic. Core values, integrity, respect, service, and excellence. We are Leaders Worldwide Toastmasters, where leaders are made.
And let's welcome our president of Leaders Worldwide, Rosemary Sweeney.
Thank you so much, Mr. Sergeant at Arms, and I welcome everyone this afternoon to our meeting. We are going to have an amazing meeting because I saw we are having an awesome speaker who is going to tell us something about leadership. But before we get into our meeting, I would like to call on our guests to tell us something about themselves and how they came into our meeting. Well, we know our guest, Sally. I saw Sally first. And I know she is our PQD in District 57. Let's make her feel welcome. She give us a few
Thank you
words.
so much. Thank you so much. When I saw your invite, I could not resist.
And our region advisor, region 1 advisor, sorry.
Hello, everyone.
Okay. We have Ferguson.
Greetings, everyone. This is not my first time visiting, but whenever Cynthia reaches out, whether I can stay 2 minutes or 20 minutes or an hour and 20 minutes, I look forward to being here. I always get great takeaways, so I'm happy to be here again today. Thank you.
Welcome and do come again. Toastmaster Hannah.
Yes, good morning or good afternoon for everyone. With me, it's good evening. Yeah, I've been invited by Cynthia as we had a meeting quite some time ago last year, and she's inviting me every time I come here, and I'm looking forward to Rose's speech. Thank you.
Welcome. Lisa is our incoming member, soon to be member. Let's hear from Lisa. Let's make her feel welcome.
Morning, good afternoon, good evening to everyone. I'm happy to be here. I'm from New York and I founded a club called Kidney Stories Toastmasters that meets the first and third Sundays of each month. I got my DTM in July and I'm very excited about joining District 57, where Cynthia and I will be co-chairing your spring conference. So thank you so much for inviting me and for welcoming me.
Welcome, welcome. And Jagadesh, I hope I presented your name properly.
Oh, yes. Am I audible?
You're very low.
Okay. Am I audible now?
Better.
Okay. Hi everyone. This is Jagdish. I'm from India. I came to know about this meeting from Toastmasters Worldwide WhatsApp group. I'm just curious about this meeting, so I just joined. I hope I'll enjoy my time here. Thank you.
Thank you for coming, Jagdish. I pronounced your name English, and it's not an English name, Jagdish. Okay, at this time, I just want to say a few things. Coming January, early January, our meeting will no longer be 1 hour. It will be 1 hour and a half because we are getting some challenges with our speakers within that time frame. There are speakers and we cannot accommodate them. So we are reviewing our meeting hours. So instead of 1 hour, it will be 1 hour and a half. Also coming up soon at the end of our meeting, Toastmaster Cassandra will let us know about the upcoming contests. So I am giving you early notice. You're supposed to sign up, be a contestant or a role player. We will need role players. We will need contestants because our club is a club in which we are moving on, and challenging yourself is extremely important. You are not going to contest against anyone other than yourself. I always tell people, Toastmasters is the only organization I know where we are in a contest and we're still assisting each other to be the best that we can be. And that's what it is all about. Sometimes you win, sometimes your name doesn't come out first. So at this time, I'm going to call on our Toastmaster of the meeting to take over this portion of the meeting. Let's make her feel welcome.
Thank you, President Rosemary, and hello to everyone. We're excited to be here today, and most assuredly to our guest speaker, Rose Kirland. Our theme for today is our core values. And at Toastmasters, we know what our core values are. They were highlighted in our entry by our Sergeant at Arms as he put on that brilliant display welcoming you into Leaders Worldwide. But our core values are integrity, respect, service, and excellence. And here at Leaders Worldwide, we adhere to all 4 of those core values. I'm excited about our speaker today, but I will now introduce our grammarian, and that is Sally Reyes. And she will tell us what her job is going to be, and she will also give us the word of the day. Sally, you have the mic.
Thank you so much. On this beautiful day, we're listening for all your wonderful speeches and the use of your words. And when you use too many ums, ahs, yes, but then I get to count them and we get to have a score. And I enjoy listening for your very special, more sophisticated words. And I try to get those down also because I appreciate the use of the English language. And our word for the day is integrity, which is part of our core values. The quality of being honest and having strong moral principles and moral uprightness. The state of being whole and undivided. Thank you so much. Back to you.
Thank you, Madam Grammarian. And her word of the day, integrity, is in keeping with our core values. So that's an excellent choice for a word of the day. We need to show up with integrity, express ourselves in that way, and then we earn the respect, which is the other core value of everyone around us. I'm excited about today's meeting because we have a phenomenal opportunity in front of us, and I want everyone to enjoy what's about to unfold. The next item on our agenda, I would like to have our timer be aware of the timing for our guest speaker. It's 8 to 10 minutes. So at 8 minutes, you will show the green. At 9 minutes, you will show the yellow. And at 10 minutes, you will show the red. And at that point, our speaker has 30 seconds to wind up. According to the agenda, she's also going to be entertaining an 8 to 10 minute Q&A session after she completes her speech. And that will follow the same color that we just saw. Thank you so much for that, Denise, our timer.
Thank you.
So my instructions tell me to get ready to embark on an exhilarating journey with a true leadership blazer. And for those of you who have ever heard Rose speak or who know her, those words don't do her justice. I promise you that. Picture this: at the age of 16, she courageously assumed the role of head of her household at 16, caring for her disabled father, homemaker, mother, and younger siblings. Oh my goodness. Managing her family's affairs, she exhibited wisdom beyond her years. And at 16, we definitely would understand that. This journey isn't just a personal triumph. It's a living testament to the transformative power of leadership. And today, Rose Kirland will speak on the keys of success in leadership. The keys of success in leadership. Rose Kirland, the floor is yours.
Thank you so much, Madam Toastmaster of the Day, and welcome everyone today. It's so lovely to see Toastmasters from all over visiting today's club. You know, leadership is a dynamic process, don't you agree? It's a journey that just doesn't unfold itself in isolation. And the first thing I learned about leadership is at 16, I had to get my ask in gear because I needed help. I needed to know where I'm going, what am I doing, and did I buy into this? So today, and for all of you in different time zones, it's early morning here for me, I'd like to start off with how Ask helped me, how getting that in gear made a difference in my life. And so let me just start up by saying that in this session, it will be interactive. I will post some content and then we can all interact either through chat. It may be our wonderful Alex can keep an eye on the chat for me and announce what's coming through. But know that this is about what's really happening in our lives with leadership. We all know that leadership starts with humility, right? It's acknowledging that we don't have to navigate this journey alone and we don't know all the answers. Ask, A-S-K. A urges us to look for help. Ask for help. It is a key to an environment that will bring collaboration and innovation. My mom told me that the strength of the family is in each individual family member, and that the strength of each member is the family. Similarly, the strength of the team in Toastmasters is in each individual. You agree? And the strength of each member is in the team. So I'd like to start out by saying, put into chat who you think you can reach out for guidance or for collaboration to amplify your leadership impact. A word or two. You don't have to name a person, but if you feel comfortable enough, you may. But feel free to type in your thoughts into chat. It could be an AD. You could type in district director, club growth committee, whichever you feel that. Who would you reach out for guidance or collaboration to amplify your leadership impact? Let's see how good this chat is working. Go for it, Alex.
We
You're
got
muted.
Lisa who said TM mentor. That's all we got so far. Toastmaster mentor.
Yes. Yes. Mentors are a great way to reach out for guidance and collaboration. And as you go through it, you'll think of more. Some people say their cat, their dog, who knows, right? Whatever you find that you can get guidance or collaboration. Any others in the chat, Alex, before we go on?
We have Trio around the world. Trios around the world, peers in my club. We've got coaching from Dee Marie. And like I said, Sally was trios around the world and peers in my club.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Oh, and
So
also
we
the
see-
executive committee. Sorry.
Oh, okay. Thank you so much. So we see that the most important thing about leadership is the first thing to do is ask for help. The next important thing about leadership is your character and the values that guide your life. And I got this quote from reading the book, True North, that the most important thing about leadership is your character and the values that guide your life. So when we're leading, I think about CSI. I think in terms of acronyms because it was the easiest way for me to get through what I was charted with at the age of 16. So I think of CSI when it comes to leadership and character and the values that guide your life. When you're leading, think about CSI. Are you leading by the character or are you leading by charisma? I want everybody to like me, whether I'm doing the right thing or not. Are you leading by substance or are you leading by style? Hey, I want everybody to really like me, so I'm going to dress the style that is fitting for everyone. Are you leading by integrity versus the image? Oh, I know that isn't the right thing to do, but I want to look good, so I'll agree with that. So CSI stands for character or charisma, S for substance or style, I for integrity or image. Now, charisma, style, and image does help, but really, what are your life values, your core values, and your character that you lead? So I'd like for you to now put into chat if you feel strongly towards her character, type in C1. If you feel, charisma works no matter whether character comes into play or not, type in C2. And if you want to participate, do the same for substance versus style. Substance, what really matters is substance, S1 or S2. And of course, our word of the day, integrity, I1 versus I2. And I will go back to my trusty helper, Alex, and see if we have a lot of input into the chat. We don't have to call out everyone, but let's see what we got here. Are the C1s?
We got a lot of, we have a lot of C1s, a lot of S1s, S1, C1s. What's the other one? It's L1, is that right? Or I1?
I1, yes.
I'm sorry, I couldn't see that. And then CSI 1 from Sally. And then CSI again from Dee Marie. So we've got a lot of stuff going on here.
That's wonderful. That's wonderful. You're all leaders, right? We're all leaders. So we get the drift. We get the drift. We understand where we're at. So now let me tell you a story that I learned a long time ago in business. And many of you may be familiar with this story. If you are, hold tight and let me share it with everyone. In the business world, the leaky bucket is a metaphor depicting a business as a bucket and the customers as water in the bucket. A leaky bucket is a business that is losing customers. And so for a business to survive, it must either stop the leak by keeping its existing customers or add more water, new customers, at a rate that is equal to or greater than the rate of the leak? By show of hands, could this leaky bucket metaphor apply to Toastmaster district clubs? Show of hands? Yes, yes, yes. And so we know that member attrition due to changes in life circumstances is normal. We know that. The flourishing clubs that focus on both recruiting new members and retaining existing ones is primarily due to, you guessed it, their club's leadership. Here we see the value of our club officers leading membership drives, such as open houses, which can add water to the bucket. One of the biggest things that leaders do for clubs, no matter how many members they recruit, is that they know the club won't stay solid for long if they don't deliver on member expectations. So what is a Toastmasters club health checkup to plug leaks? Anyone would like to share what they think we have to plug leaks, a system in Toastmasters? Anyone dare to share? Just unmute and announce.
Well, we've got base camp. We've got the whole program.
We have the mentorship program.
The moments of truth. Yes, we do check on our health through our moments of truth. Check our plug leaks through our moments of truth. The S is for seeking feedback. Effective leaders actively seek insights to refine their approach. So how do we get this kind of feedback? The K stands for knocking on opportunities. To be a successful leader, you have to be proactive in creating pathways for growth. So what I want to bring to light here before we go into the Q of A, because I do see the red, is that this is good and dandy that we understand the ASK method, but action without strategy and strategy without action won't make changes. So what we want to do is that if you truly believe in your product or service can fulfill a true need, then it is our moral obligation to sell it, to share with aspiring youth professionals, with everyone we know, to effectuate change that they need, perhaps didn't even realize, is because it's our moral obligation. So think as a leader that before you were a leader, you were all about growing yourself. Now that we've become leaders, success is all about growing others. Never, never, ever discount the impact that you have on others, no matter how small you think your leadership contribution may be, because it can make a big difference in someone's life. Never forget that you are significant. Continue to be significant and be the illuminating light for others' paths. Leave a legacy of leadership. Help yourself by just getting ASK in gear. Back to you, Madam Toastmaster.
Oh my goodness. Getting your ASK in gear. Now that I will not forget. Thank you so much for such an inspiring presentation. At this time, we will go into our Q&A, and I'd like for the timer to, when we start with the first question, give us 8 minutes, and at that point you will show the green. 9 minutes, you will show the yellow, and 10 minutes, you will show the red. Alex, I'm going to have to lean on you because you can see the raised hands, and I don't have purview to the entire screen. I don't know why. Thank you so much. So does anyone at this moment have a question that they would like to ask?
Well, 1 second. Okay. If anybody has a question, please raise your hand or make a gesture of some kind. Don't all
So
jump
while
at
we're
once.
waiting on that, I do have a question. At the age of 16, my goodness, what went through your mind, or did you just blindly go in and start doing the things that you knew had to be done and it worked? Is that what happened, or how did you approach that?
Thank you so much. I learned that at any age, leadership is not discriminatory, and that you are sometimes just given a job, a chore, a challenge. And so knowing that, and knowing that I had to do it because no one else was available, you just do it. So I think that when Nike put out that check mark, I could resonate with that just do it, because there's no discrimination when it comes to being a leader. You are a significant part of somebody's life. And yes, I grew up with morals that it was my moral obligation to fulfill. So I reach out to everyone that in order to be a better leader, we've got to really emphasize on feedback. So ask for feedback. This way, you know what someone is thinking. I've been at so many different districts and clubs, and I think of something, and there's a totally different perspective from someone in the audience. So it doesn't hurt. And the other thing about leadership is you have to have brave, broad shoulders. You have to be brave and broad shoulders, that you're willing to accept the feedback. Sometimes it may be not what you thought you were doing, and you might feel a little hurt, but look at the bigger picture. Without the feedback, you have no job. Without the feedback, you don't have to worry about being a leader because you don't have to do it, right? You're in an opportunity to be better for yourself and for others. And I see your hand up, Cynthia. Thank you for waiting.
Awesome. This is great. I thoroughly enjoyed your presentation. In anticipation of your visit, we posted a question in the Toastmasters official Facebook group with 29,000 members. And we asked, what are the keys to success in leadership leading to your presentation? And we got 24 responses.
Oh, that's wonderful. That is awesome.
But one of the questions or comments, and I'd like to hear your take on it, is there is no set of keys. Leadership is situational, so you need to adapt to each situation.
Yes. There are many tips. There are many points to ponder. And I really truly believe that when we all started, we looked for growth within ourselves. And we have to grow before we can take care of someone else. It's like being on an airplane. You have an infant or a child, you have to put on your mask first when there's a crisis and then help the child. It's the same with when we grow in our business journeys, professional journeys, whichever, is that we concentrate on ourselves first. But when we become leaders, the key point is that we are there for others. We take pride in the success of seeing others grow. And that's the difference. And that's the transformative thing that happens when you go from me to we. And even though there may not be one particular key, there are many keys to unlock the doors to opportunities for so many people. And that's why you can Google it. You can see it in Toastmasters magazines. There are so many keys. Be kind, be compassionate, be patient. For heaven's sakes, listen, be a good listener, have broad shoulders. So there are many. And what are those? Those are keys to unlock the hidden gems that are in each of us. If we use 3 of them every other day, 3 different ones, 5 different ones, 1 different one every day, you will make a difference in someone's life. I know that I made a big difference in my own life when I was in sales career, and my boss said, look, don't think of it as selling. Think of it as bringing to someone the need that they don't know they need yet. That's just Toastmasters too, right? And I thought to myself, oh my gosh, that's what my mother told me. Okay, bringing to someone what they have not yet discovered what they really need. And it's amazing because I've seen people in all different walks of life. You have too experienced it, right? They come to Toastmasters, suddenly their career has switched. They've gone from maybe being at a government desk, reception, temporary, contractor, whatever, gone to becoming a paid public speaker, gone to becoming a popular podcaster. There's so many things that we have yet to discover. And that's why leading for recruitment becomes fun. Because when you are recruiting for new clubs or members, and all of us here are Toastmasters today, so we all know this about membership, is that Toastmasters helps people discover their precious gems that they didn't even know was there. It is a gold mining journey. It is a diamond in the rough. We are just coals that are chipping away, being formed, and then voila, we become confident and we voice. And I can't stress it enough that no matter whether you believe there is no simple key or that is situational, to be in that situation, you have to have some keys to unlock the doors. And so I share with you, take all the keys that you can, hold on your bell pocket, jingle it, jangle it like jingle bells, but there is a key to the way that can open the door for others. And nothing takes more joy and pride as I age through Toastmasters to now be able to give back and help others who have in return. It's a grateful way for me to thank everyone who gave me so much. Because every single one that I meet, every single one, even seeing you again, and I'm so happy to see you again, some of you and new friends that I'm making today, we all have an opportunity to leave a legacy. I know that I've heard from many of you speak about legacy, life legacy. That's so important. You know, I tell my kids, when you're at the pulpit, remember to leave my legacy this way. And I tell them right away, they say to me, do you always have to include Toastmasters? So that's the humor that our family has. But aside from all of that, your legacy means a lot to your children, to your friends, to your family, to each other. Your leadership legacy is especially impactful. You know, the fact that as little girls, we look up to you, little boys, we look up to you. I raise sons. I mean, we see greatness, and you continue to do that through your leadership skills. So I'm glad that so many people gave input about the keys they thought, including the input that it is situational. The door's locked. That's the situation. How do you open it? You need keys. Anyone else? Thank you so much for that question.
One of the other respondents was the second place world champion of public speaking, Alexandra Mott. And he said, perseverance is the key.
Yes. Yes. Perseverance. Yes. Because have you ever been in a class where they say, okay, who wants to be the leader? And everybody's hands are tied down to their kneecaps, right? And there's always someone, or when you've been in a situation, say, okay, step up front if you want to be the leader, and everyone steps back, and then you're stuck in the front, right? So yes, and you just have to persevere through that. You just have to pick it up. And the thing that's great about being Toastmasters is that we have all those P's. We're always positive, and if we're not, we go to the bathroom and scream, and then come back out and be positive. We persevere, we're persistent, and we are, above all, the most persuasive group of people because we lived it and we can share our stories. So in leadership, I just want to let you all know, please continue to share your stories that helped one person make a difference in their life. You will then find a strong, long miles of following to you. Back to you, Madam Toastmaster.
Oh
And
my
we
goodness.
have one more
Oh
question.
my goodness. Thank
Do we,
you so much
do we have
for
time
that
for one more question?
inspirational response. Yes, we're out of time. The red is there. For your inspirational response, the passion that you show, the enthusiasm that you have, it's contagious. You know, you say when you smile, the other person catches it and they smile as well. Your message has caused us all to take a second look at where we are and to get on board with the passion and the enthusiasm that we're getting from you. So Rose, thank you so very much for a very inspiring presentation. And I have to give you a message that one of our guests who was leaving, Hannah, she said she thoroughly enjoyed your presentation. She was sorry that she had to leave early, but she wanted me to share that. So I am passing that along to you. She loved your presentation. Thank you so much. I had caveats that I wanted to give along the way about our core values. I don't have to do that now. Rose covered everything. She covered it all. I will end by saying excellence. Out of everything that she said, excellence is where all of those previous core values will take you in your journey with Toastmasters. So thank you so very much for that. And now I would like for our timer to explain the timing for our table topic session. Denise.
Thank you, Dee Marie. The table topics are 1 to 2 minutes. At 1 minute, I'll put up the green. At 1.5 minutes, I'll put up the yellow. And at 2 minutes, I'll put up the red, where you have 30 seconds to wrap. Back to you.
Thank you so much for that. And I just want to give a shout out right now to Denise. She's one of our newer members, and she came on board and decided, I'm going to be a timer. When she first started out, she was using green, yellow, and red cards. She had cardboard, because she didn't think she could do the colors. She has stuck with it. She's been here regardless. For a new member to come in as a timer, I simply had to make some recognition of that. Thank you so much, Denise. And our table topics master is Maya Catherine. Maya, you have the floor.
Thank you so much. Can you guys hear me? Thank you.
Yes, I can hear you.
So today I have 3 questions based on our theme of the day and also word of the day. Per the agenda, I have to start with someone who's a Toastmaster, but without a role. So anyone wants to be first for the first question?
Many of our guests are also Toastmasters, so you could call on one of them, like Lisa or...
Okay, so Lisa. Thank you, Cynthia.
We can always count on Cynthia. Thank you.
Exactly. Thank you, Cynthia. So hi, Lisa.
Hi.
What
Maya,
are
right?
yes.
Hi, Maya.
What are 3 core values that you feel you embody, and why do you think they are important?
Thank you for that question, Maya. So I like to think of the 4 core values in Toastmasters as RISE, R-I-S-E. So have any of you risen today with the desire to rise? Maybe we can see a show of hands. So when I wake up in the morning, I think about how I'm going to rise to the opportunities of being the best Toastmaster I can be. And before really even opening my hands this morning, I put on nomadic Toastmasters and found myself in Indonesia with Dr. Sam, who right away saw me and introduced me to the group as leading Kidney Stories. What a way to wake up. So he treated me with respect, integrity, success, and excellence. And those are the 4 core values that I value as a Toastmaster and try to bring into every day of my life as a kidney coach, as a mother, as a friend, as a colleague. Those are what I pride myself in valuing and looking to value. So I encourage all of you, as you go through your day, think of rising to being the best person you can be by embracing the core values that we learn and practice here as Toastmasters leaders. Back to you, Table Topics Master.
Thank you. Thank you so much. That was amazing. I do have another very good question. So who would like to go for question number 2? Or do I have to pick? I'm gonna go with Cynthia. Is that okay?
That's okay, but I will ask Nadine if she wants to take my spot because she wanted to make a comment earlier, and she can.
Okay.
Would you like to, Nadine? Nadine, would you like to take a table topic, or else I can take it?
Go ahead, Cynthia.
Oh, okay.
And it had to do with children, Nadine. So if you wanted to take that.
Yeah, it'd be great. Go for it, Nadine.
All right.
Okay. So we know that values are instilled early on in life, and that it's very important for children to have good values. So what is one core value that you feel each child should be taught, and why do you think it is very important?
Very good. So I'll just start by this. I'll start with this. My motto is we can learn from anyone at any time, at any age. And for me, I got that while dealing with children in Jamaica during COVID, just by observing and listening to them. And so I think one core value that the children, and as I was listening to those two, one core value that I think would be beneficial is teaching them early how to listen to others and really hear what it is that they're saying. Get in their shoe, show that empathy, and another core value, I think, is having confidence in themselves. So as they're listening to each other and sharing with each other, building that confidence and knowing that they have something to offer. Because I heard Rose say leadership is not discriminatory. And I think that's another thing to help them to know from early that they have something to offer, however small, because as I said before, we can learn from anyone at any time, at any age. Actually, it's discover your brilliance for me. So thank you so much.
Awesome. That is amazing, Dr. Nadine. And I know you care a lot for kids, so thank you for taking that question. Last question is a deep one. So anyone wants to take it? And or I can pick again. I think I'm gonna go with DTM Sally. Is that okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So this morning, I went to get wipes for my dog, and I had to go in the baby section. And one thing that shocked me is that everything is under lock, key, all the baby formula, everything. And the store says that those are the items being stolen the most because a lot of mothers are desperate. So in talking about core values and integrity, sometimes it's hard to reconcile the need for survival and taking care of the family with integrity. So how do you see those two issues clashing, or how do you see them working together?
Wow, that's a mouthful. I often have a hard time where there's so much violence and stealing. I'm involved in making a change in my home, and people walk through and they pick things up because they don't have it. And then I get really upset about having to take the time and distraction of replacing it, or also the loss of respect for people I admire, but would hope that they would pull on their values and not be tempted. I have a hard time with this. I don't want to blame people, and I know that they're doing without. And I just believe in finding the strength and belief that perhaps if you needed it and asked, you could have it. But taking it is just very difficult for me to carry. And I believe in the values in our club, that many folks have intense values and don't stray from those when the pressure gets going. They have to remember that everyone has value and have to give them a little space of understanding. So mine's a little convoluted story. I'm sorry. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Sally. It was a deep question, and it's not one that has a clear answer, but I respect what you said, and thank you so much for answering it. Thank you, everyone. Those were the questions.
Maya, thank you so very much for your table topic session. So I don't have to say to anyone, do you not see why Leaders Worldwide is so proud to be a part of Toastmasters International? The core values of integrity, respect, service, and excellence are embodied in what we do. We stand for that, and we hold each other accountable to those core values. So thank you so much for all that has transpired today, our speaker, the table topics section. And now I will turn the meeting over to our general evaluator, Rosemary Sweeney, as she takes over the evaluation portion of the meeting. President Sweeney, the floor is yours.
Thank you so much, Madam Toastmaster of the Day. We have completed two amazing sections of our meeting. And now I will call on Toastmaster Sally to give us her report as grammarian.
Thank you so much. Somehow I heard integrity used, but my interest was on ponder. Well, I thought that was a very outstanding new word, ponder. Opportunities and character and substance and values and integrity is a wonderful thing to hear this over and over as a strength of our core. It means so much to me that I'm here struggling. Thank you so much. And I love the word rise, to rise to the occasion, to learn something new. And perseverance, persistence, and it's contagious. Thank you so much for the beneficial confidence we can get from these wonderful words. Thanks. Bye-bye.
Thank you to our amazing grammarian. I just love when Sally gives her report, not just bland, but she brings in the essence of what is spoken during the meeting. And at this time, I call on our timer to give us a report. Let's make her feel welcome.
Thank you, Madam Toastmaster. Our keynote speaker, Rose, was overtime at 12 minutes, and all table topic speakers were within time. Thank you. Back to you.
Thank you so much for your concise reports on the keynote speaker and the table topic master. At this time, our meeting is coming to a close. And so I'm no longer the grammarian, I'm president now. So grammarian, not grammarian, no longer the general evaluator, I'm now the president. And as president, I would like at least 2 of our guests to tell us what did they think of our meeting and what points would they have for us to improve on our meeting. At least 2. Don't be shy. You can just volunteer to speak, or I will volunteer you. And we have, yes, Sally Philbin, distinguished Toastmaster Sally.
Yes, I would like to compliment you on organizing your meeting well. You had all of the roles filled, the people were in place. I always recommend that the topic for table topics be given first so that everybody thinks about what they would say if they're called upon. And then call on somebody, because after all, part of table topics is being just a bit unprepared. So that's a thought for future meetings, but I loved how organized you were. I love that you brought in such a fabulous speaker for today's meeting. Rose is always the best. And back to you. Thank you for having me.
You're muted. Muted. I was thinking, Rose, can you give us a few words? Although you have given us a number of words and a number of things I will never forget. The ask, give.
Thank you so much. Thank you everyone for being here this morning. Truly, you are leaders worldwide, and truly guests that come here, it'll be hard pressed not to want to become a member, because you certainly have much to offer, and we are grateful for it. I do want to leave you with the thoughts that we go through many things in our lives. And during this time of the holiday season, the best gift that we have been giving to each other is our time. And I'd like to express how much I appreciate the time that you put in to help others grow, the time that you have earned in your growth. It is the best gift that we can give each other. And so strong clubs like yourself continue to be a focal point of discussion, a talk about all over town, because we appreciate each other and each other's time. And I do believe that core values is the number one in anything we do. If there's problems, we just refer to the core values and it's solved almost instantly. If there's solutions we're looking for, we refer to the core values. Suddenly we get creative. So what a wonderful theme. What a wonderful audience. You've been so gracious and kind. And I cannot express again how grateful I am to have the gift of you. Thank you so much. Back to you, Madam President.
Thank you so much, distinguished Toastmaster Rose. And it is amazing that you were saying about giving the gift of time. because I am going to throw out a request. We are missing a secretary, and our executive needs a secretary. We need that person to be in place by December 31st. Other than that, we will have to do something about it. And there is a saying, volunteers are not people with time. We have no time. But volunteers are people with a heart. So if you have a heart, you come on in. We need a secretary, and we are asking for that. There's one announcement I would also like to make. Most of us, because we speak everywhere and anywhere, after all, it is said that speakers speak, and that's what we do. However, in order to get credit on pathways, our Vice President of Education needs to know when we speak, where we spoke. And Toastmasters, as distinguished Toastmaster Rose says, has all the answers. There is the evaluation form. When it is completed, we would ask that it is sent to our Vice President Education so that she's aware that you spoke and so that you can get your much deserved credit, which again, with our speakers, our team needs it, you need it, and our club need it for us to show that we are growing. So I call on you, kindly inform the Vice President Education when you have spoken, confirm it with a copy of your evaluation form to her so that we can get what we deserve. Distinguished Toastmaster Sally, I see you have a raised hand. Would you
Yes,
like
I
to
want.
say something?
Yes, I would. I would like to let everyone know that, as you know, District 57 is becoming known for its monthly training sessions. And tonight we have a fabulous training on speech evaluations. If you want to just get better, or if you want to jump into the annual evaluation contest here in District 57, this is a class for you. So get on the calendar and register. And Wednesday at 6 o'clock is a training on how to run a contest. And it's the first in a series of trainings on how to run a speech contest. So I encourage you all to take a look at our monthly calendar and sign up for the trainings of your choice.
Thank you so much. And I must congratulate you and your executive on the number of trainings which are given ever so often, and they are very, very informative. I've been to a few myself, and they are very informative. So we are asking everyone who has the time, who needs to not even be in the contest for evaluation, just want to improve on the evaluation given to others, you could come in to that, so you could sign up. At this time, I will call our meeting to a close, but with Leaders Worldwide, we always give something across the miles, be it your chocolate. And today, because we are in the spirit of the Christmas season, I'm going to ask everyone to just close their eyes and think of the most amazing thing you would wish for Christmas, and you will have it. This is what we are giving, so I'm going to send it across the mile, and you're going to get whatever you wish. This time, I will call on our Vice President Education to see whether she has anything to say.